Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
So tell us a little bit about your sourcing trip that you're doing and this fair that you guys will be attending there, and what that's all about.
Yeah, so this is a learning, sourcing, and cultural. That's how I define the trip. You'll get to learn all about sourcing from India. You'll get to source all the products at the trade show, and you'll also be able to experience some of the cultural activities in India. So it's a 7-day and 6-night trip, and as I mentioned, it's organized around this export-focused fair in India that's called the Indian Handicrafts and Gifts Fair. The fair is held twice a year, every April and October, and so we're going to the fair in October. And the way that the trip is organized is before we start attending the fair, we're going to have a mini conference. So this is one full day of presentations by India sourcing experts, and we're going to be talking about various aspects of sourcing from India. For example, how to find and vet suppliers, how to manage quality, how to negotiate with suppliers, what are the different production hubs, what are the cultural sensitivities that you need to be aware of, how to manage logistics. So it's basically a crash course in sourcing from India. And what I've done is I've brought together a group of coaches who specialize in sourcing from India. So these are, sourcing agents, logistics providers, and, other people who actually live in India and work in India to present all of this information. And then we're going to spend 3 days at the fair. So it's going to be a guided tour where we're going to, teach people how to approach suppliers, how to talk about how to get information from suppliers, what kind of information to extract from them, how to document all of the information that you get from suppliers. And then in the afternoons on those days when we're at the show, we're also going to have, more presentations and then networking and dinners in the evening. And on one of the days, we're also going to be visiting a factory in Delhi itself. And then we are also going to go to, on one of the days, we will do a day trip to the Taj Mahal, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Yay!
I want to go to Taj Mahal. I'm coming along. No.
Yes.
If only I wasn't in China during that time, but that's so awesome. I love, Megla, that you guys that you're doing the networking, you're providing the presentations. So that's something that we do in Canton Fair Experience as well. We talk about how to talk to suppliers and the culture of the country, because it's not the same as doing business in America, right? And I think every country is a little bit different. So I love that you're not just having a trip, you're going and you're teaching people about, okay, this is how the culture works in India and how we communicate and what a factory looks like and how you should be recording this information and what you should expect. And then you get to just network and have fun, and that's really cool. And you're even visiting the Taj Mahal. That's so exciting. So I'm sorry, I got all excited about that. Please continue.
So yeah, for people who don't know, Taj Mahal is in a city called Agra, which is about 3 hours by road from Delhi. So it's going to be a day trip. We'll leave early in the morning, and then we'll be back in the evening. And then we're also going to be doing a cultural program exclusively for our group. So this is an Indian dance show. And, we've booked a ballroom in a hotel, and we're going to have these dancers with drums and colorful clothes and all, and people can actually participate and, join in the dance as well. In terms of the coaches, I've got about 10 or 12 coaches, and these are, of course, people from India. They're from Australia. And from the US as well. So Tim Jordan is joining the trip. He's recently started sourcing from India, so he has some experiences to share. And I've got one of the people from India is actually an American who lives in India, and he works for a sourcing company. So he's got a very unique perspective because he's not local, he's not Indian, he's American living in India. So I think he'll be able to provide a lot of valuable information for attendees. And then there's another American who also used to live in India, a couple of years ago, and he's got good experience sourcing from India. So yeah, I think the coaches people will find are a varied have various experiences and will bring different perspectives. There's one Amazon seller from Australia who's been sourcing from India for about 1.5 years now, and she has stopped all her Chinese products, and she's very profitable sourcing products from India. So she's one of the coaches as well, and she'll be sharing her experiences.
I love that you have all of the coaches along. That's something else that we try to do, is like expose you to different types of people and with different experiences. And I think you learn so much more that way, when you hear from all the different perspectives, where you can ask those burning questions that you have from every angle, for the person that would be able to speak about it, from their perspective. So that's really awesome.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at SellerRoundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, SellerSEO.com and AmazingAtHome.com.